I want to rewind the clock and I want to look at some stuff from November. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the absolute level of failure that the Republicans are giving you right now. Politico, 2024 election. Trump claims unprecedented and powerful mandate. He's on the cusp of victory in a race that has not yet been called. Well, he won. Donald Trump claimed he had earned an unprecedented and powerful mandate as he took an extended victory lap early Wednesday morning. Former president on the cusp of victory in a race that has not yet been called. I said that many people have told me that God spared my life for a reason. Just think back to November and how strong the imagery, how positive all the feelings were surrounding Trump's win. The massive relief that everybody had. Trump told supporters in West Palm Beach, and the reason was to save our country and to restore America to greatness. And now we're going to fulfill that mission together. And it wasn't just divine intervention. Trump thanked an array of worldly supporters in his speech in Florida, including his family, advisors, and powerful friends, such as billionaire donor Elon Musk. Well, that's gone. And Ultimate Fighting Championship CEO Dana White. Most of all, he said, I want to thank the millions of hardworking Americans, across the nation, who have always been the heart and soul of this really great movement. And then in the final moments of his speech, he turned to everyone else and vowed to bring the country together after a hostile and polarizing election that both sides had cast in existential terms. That's true. Existential election. It's time to put the divisions of the past 4 years behind us. It's time to unite. And we're going to try. We have to try. Now, at the time, Trump was claiming a mandate, and people said, well, his lead wasn't that much. And I said, no, Trump has a mandate because all of his positions are super popular. And in my opinion, if Trump wanted to unite the country, he can deliver on the MAGA agenda, rebuild the middle class, bring jobs back, deport illegal aliens, return law and order, hold people accountable, fix the federal government, drain the swamp. These are all things that are 60 to 70% popular, and uniting the country means delivering on those things in a lasting and meaningful way. And now, do I think Trump is trying to do that? Yes. Yes, I do think he is. I think he's done more than any person in recent political history to try and do that stuff. But this isn't about Trump. This is about Republicans in Congress. Mike Johnson, press release from November 12th, I think this is. This is an interesting piece. We're gonna dig deep here. Speaker Johnson, it's a new day in America. This morning, Speaker Johnson, Leader Steve Scalise, Whip Tom Emmer, and NRCC Chairman Richard Hudson delivered remarks and took questions from the House steps after the American people once again delivered a House Republican majority, completing the Republican trifecta in Washington. Bold promises here. This leadership team will hit the ground running to deliver President Trump's agenda in the 119th Congress, and we will work closely with him and his administration to turn this country around and unleash, as he says, a new golden age in America. That's not a campaign slogan. We believe that this is true. We believe in our hearts that America's best days are ahead of us, and we're excited to deliver on that promise. It's a beautiful morning in Washington. It's a new day in America. The sun is shining, and that's a reflection of how we feel. This is a very important moment for our country, and we do not take it lightly. We did work really hard to bring this day about, and the actual statistics are even harsher than you said, Richard. He's talking to NRCC guy. My team calculated when it was all said and done, we did more than 360 campaign events in over 250 cities and 40 states. Mike Johnson logged enough miles to circumnavigate the globe 5.5 times, hanging out with Trump on Air Force One. But it was worth it, and we got extraordinary candidates. We flipped blue seats to red as we planned, and we kept the majority. We expect that the majority will be larger than last time, and the counting wasn't done yet. And I don't think it was it? We still have a number of races outstanding, but we're very optimistic about those, and we're looking forward to governing in unified government beginning in January. It's true that on Tuesday, voters rejected what they felt was the misery of the last 4 years. That's true. We're moving on and we're turning the page. And this is something that the American people desperately need and deserve. I could not agree more. We're going to raise an American first banner above this place. They are on, where was this? House steps. They're literally standing on the Capitol. We're going to raise an American first banner above the Capitol. You saw a demographic shift that I was talking about on the campaign trail for over a year with new demographics, new groups of people who had not traditionally been with the Republican Party, who came on board with us because they believed in what we were saying. Yeah, they trusted you. This was about trust, branching out, exploring new political alliances. People put their trust in the Republicans for the very first time, many people. I mean, like, I could go on and on, but like, how strong is this language here? Looking ahead over the past year, I've been working with our committee chairs and our Senate colleagues, excuse me, to lay the groundwork for this America First agenda. It will grow our economy, reduce inflation. It will secure our borders. We will restore America's energy dominance once again. We'll implement educational freedom, and we will drain the swamp. This is all coming from Mike Johnson, current Speaker of the Republican House of Representatives. So, bold words. Has Mike Johnson been delivering? Like, sorry, this is not popular, but it's important stuff. Here are all of the laws that have been signed in the 119th Congress as of January 2025. All of the laws, okay? And so, given Mike Johnson's very strong words, let's take a look at the 30 pieces of legislation that they have given the American people. Remember, the American people deserved America first. They trusted Republicans. They're going to raise an America First banner over the halls of Congress. What do we have? This is wild. Let me zoom in so you can see it better. Jocelyn Nungaray National Wildlife Refuge Act. Oh, okay. Filing Relief for Natural Disaster Act. Oh, that sounds really important. Rescissions Act of 2025. That's the one that they fought really hard for. It's like the easiest give me is to defund NPR and PBS. And there was literally a knife fight in the Senate. That's sad. The Genius Act, I don't know what that does. Guiding and establishing national innovation for U.S. stablecoins. So stablecoins was America First. Halt Fentanyl Act. Okay, I guess that sounds good. So what are we? 1 out of 5 so far. That's 1/6 of it. Salem Maritime National Historical Park Redesignation and Boundary Study Act. Apex Area Technical Corrections Act. Alaska Native Village Municipal Lands Restoration Act. Alaska Native Settlement Trust Eligibility Act. Oh, the one big beautiful bill. It didn't poll well. It didn't help Trump's numbers at all. A joint resolution providing for congressional disapproval under Chapter 8 of something something under the EPA, something something with the Clean Air Act. Okay. A joint resolution providing for congressional disapproval. Okay. Some more, something to do with the Bank Merger Act. Aerial Firefighting Enhancement Act. Some more stuff, providing congressional disapproval of some stuff for the EPA to do with something. Some more stuff with the EPA. Some more stuff with the EPA. Like, some of this is probably winding down some of the ridiculous spending, I guess, maybe. National admissions standards, Glen Canyon National Recreational Area motor vehicles. The Take It Down Act, I think this has something to do with like digital imagery of people or like, you know, maybe AI stuff. I don't know. some more stuff with the consumer payments applications, overdraft lending, very large financial institutions. Like, is any of this, like, how can you put a list like of what this stuff does for America? The Lake and Riley Act. Okay. And the CR. Everything else is basically what is this stuff? How are you going to put this on a list of things you did for the American people? How is this a success? Is this a success? 30 pieces of legislation, 5 of them make sense. How many of them are core MAGA things? How many of them are the MAGA agenda that Mike Johnson promised to work with committee heads and the Donald Trump administration to give Americans that they deserved? They're going to drain the swamp. And this is what they do. This is nothing. It's pitiful. And it's quite frankly disgusting. And I'm not blaming Mike Johnson. I think he's in over his head. But he certainly promised big, and he did not deliver, in my opinion. Oh, well, Trump's got another 3.5 years. No, at this rate, Trump is going to lose Congress. There's going to be a lame duck Congress in like 15 months if something doesn't change. This is tell me if you want to defend this. People are saying, what am I expecting? I'm expecting something. Democrats weaponized the judiciary. They weaponized the federal law enforcement agencies. They weaponized state district attorneys and judges. They weaponized the intelligence agencies. They launched a bioweapon. They shut down the entire government. They forced experimental vaccines on people, made them track them with vaccine cards, put an illegal mandate in place. Some people have accused them of being complicit in shooting at Trump, but whatever. I mean, what else did they do? They spy on their political opponents. They literally conducted multiple coups at this point. They did sham show trials for January 6th. They spied on school board moms, pastors. They stripped people of their social media accounts for First Amendment speech. They literally stole the careers of respected doctors for questioning the medical orthodoxy. They literally started a war, laundered hundreds of billions of dollars. That's what the Democrats have done. And the Republicans are literally like Cheems, the stupid little Shiba Inu who sits there like a failure. Oh, it's so hard. Oh, there's rules. Yeah, but here's the thing. Americans don't care. Do they want you to violate the law? Like, yeah, probably not. But like maybe do it and don't get caught. Or maybe like break a sweat. Maybe, show some effort. I went down there. There is no effort. They left work today at 4:00, beautiful afternoon, sitting down there, drinking right outside the Capitol building. That's what these people did. After signing the Jocelyn Nungaray National Wildlife Refuge Act into law for America first. That's what Republicans did for you after the oppression of the Biden administration. I don't see anything in here about holding our federal agencies accountable. I don't see anything in here about that kind of stuff. I don't see anything in here about like major waste, fraud, and abuse. I haven't heard anything about congressional investigations that matter. I guess they've had a few people testify. I thought we would see a lot more. And they could do this. They could flood the zone. They've been in session like less than any Congress ever. It's like ridiculous. 44 days in session in the first 100 days compared to something in the 70s for Biden, I'm pretty sure it was. Then they literally skipped town before working with the Senate to make sure that Trump could do recess appointments after appointing like fewer people than ever or whatever. People say, oh, Republicans have no spine. It's like, yeah, people expect this, but they're even worse than ever. This is the worst they've ever been. When America needs them to buck up, nada. Republicans in active conversation over whether to change the Senate rules and speed up stalled Trump nominees. Senate Republicans are weighing a number of options to expedite the confirmation of Trump's nominees on the floor of the Senate in order to overcome Democrat filibusters, members warn. While no decisions have been made, Republicans discuss a range of potential plays they could make during their Tuesday lunch as pressure mounts from Trump to stay in session to clear more of his nominees during the August recess. Well, they can't do recess appointments. While some Republicans are pushing for them, doing so would be virtually impossible at this point, given that the House, Mike Johnson's House, who promised to work closely with the Senate and committees, deliver the American First agenda, already left town without adjourning for a 5-week recess and would have to return to pass a concurrent resolution in the Senate. So that's off the table. And look at this. They know they're failing. We haven't confirmed enough. They know they're failing, and they're still having a conversation about whether to change the rules. This isn't about whether to break the rules. It's about whether to change them. And didn't Dirty Harry, didn't he already make it so that you don't need a 60 vote to confirm these people? Like, what are we even talking about here? Why is this a thing? And they're going to spend all August on it, and then they're going to get caught flat-footed in November or September by whatever political news they haven't been able to control. They don't control the narrative anymore. Trump with Doge was very effective at controlling the narrative in January through March. Now it's a complete free-for-all because look at all this success Trump has had, and MSNBC and CNN are talking about nothing but Epstein. It's ridiculous. And so here's the generic ballot, Democrat +3 according to the industry. Most of this polling is somewhat old. Big Data has the Democrats +1, but he said in a low propensity model, it's more like Democrat +6. Rasmussen, Democrats +4, really big sample there. Me and Rich. Quantis D+2, Atlas D+8. Yeah, it's looking more and more like they're right now, but they were right too soon, if you know what I mean. Like they caught the Republican trip down before there was any news to drive the Republicans down. So I don't know what the hell they're doing. They're probably just trying to ease back, like they overshot. Like, oh, let's just squeak back. Wall Street Journal D+3. And I happen to know McLaughlin just put out today a D+4. I think the answer is D+4. And again, that's what history tells us it should be. And this makes sense when you look at the Republican failures in context. It makes sense. I guess we should be thankful it isn't D+8. I use the words thin gruel. That's what Republicans have served voters. Thin gruel.